Welcome to webbikeworld.com. This is part 2 of our quick look at the new Delkin Wingman HD video camera. This video has some on-the-road video samples. Please visit webbikeworld.com for the full review and details on this camera and many other motorcycle video camera and motorcycle product reviews and lots more. Also, be sure to see part 1 of this review with a video that describes the details and features of the Delkin Wingman HD camera itself. These video clips were taken on the road and edited in Adobe Premiere Elements 10.0, then saved as AVCHD files in H.264 at 30 frames per second. By the time they're processed and uploaded to YouTube, where they're processed again, the video is degraded slightly from the original. Be sure to read the full webbikeworld.com review where we have a sample raw video file from the Wingman HD available for download. This is the road we usually use to compare motorcycle video cameras, although it's now winter so the leaves are off the trees. The Wingman HD takes excellent quality video, and in some ways it's better than any of the other video cameras we've reviewed. The video doesn't seem quite as sharp as it should be though, and that may be due to the lens and or the plastic housing on the Wingman HD. But the camera does an excellent job at rendering realistic colors that are nicely saturated, and we're especially impressed with the tonal range, the range of contrast, and the way the software handles the transitions from light to dark on this road during exposure, which has baffled all of the other cameras we have reviewed. The lens covers a 150-degree field of view, which is slightly less than most of the other motorcycle video cameras, but it's better off because of it, with almost none of the barrel distortion seen in those other cameras. Yet the video is still plenty wide enough to capture the scene. If you look up into the trees, you might be able to see that there's a little bit of what almost looks like stop motion effect, and this is apparent at both 30 and 60 frames per second with the camera. We're not sure why this happens, but it is one negative difference between this camera and the others we reviewed, which seem to have a smoother effect when the camera is in motion. The microphone and the sound quality is also pretty bad, just like every other motorcycle video camera we reviewed. Next is a handheld farm scene, just to show you the nice saturated colors and the tonal and contrast range. You can see that the sky isn't blown out in the exposure, and you can see the clouds and the blue sky even though you still get black in the shadows. Also, the camera handles the transitions from light to dark and back again better than probably every other motorcycle video camera we've reviewed. Here's a video at 720p at 60 frames per second, and theoretically it should be smoother video because it's twice as much data per frame. But we think it's probably some type of interpolated 60 frames per second and not actual, because even the raw video looks choppier and not quite as sharp as it does at 30 frames per second. Next is traveling into the sun, and you can see at first that the colors are very good and realistic, and the transitions between light and dark are handled very well without the camera having to hunt back and forth to maintain exposure. However, there's a lot of lens flare once you get into the sun, and you can see the flare and the noise levels as the overhead sun hits the camera. This video was taken just after noontime. So that's a quick look at some on-the-road video from the new Delkin Wingman HD video camera. Be sure to visit webbikeworld.com for all of the details, specifications, photos, and a raw sample video from this camera available for downloading. Also, be sure to watch part 1 of this review to learn about all the details of the camera. Thanks for watching.